Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome back to PSA TV. This is Iron Labor segment. I'm sure you're seeing a gentleman here in studio with us. We must welcome Inspector Mr. Derrick Sharbodie. He is the founder of the Police Youth Club in the St. James Police Youth Club. Good morning, Mr. Sharbodie. How are you?
Good morning, and thank you very much for the invitation extended.
You're welcome.
Honored to be here.
You're welcome. It is a pleasure for you to be here. I mean, I remember growing up, I always call you officer. Officer was always scared of you, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I'm seeing you this morning, and I'm happy. You know, for those that may not know you, I mean, I know you have a huge portfolio. You hold many hats. If you could just tell us a bit about your early years.
Well, the journey started in 1992 when I was invited to do several lectures in school. I realized that so many young people were being arrested and charged. It was a sad state. And having spoken to the young people while incarcerated, I realized that they had no knowledge. They were ignorant of many of the offenses. But going back a bit, my parents died at the age of 14, and I had to work plus go to school. I grew up rough in an area called Nelson Street. So I understand the life and the culture and the hustle that requires survival. And after leaving St. James Secondary with only 2 passes, I was invited back to St. James, and the teacher was telling me, listen, if you're looking for work, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to come and talk to young people about life after school. I said, me? He said, yeah, just share with them the struggles of life after school and getting a job and all that. And here I was just talking about life and my family, and and the principal and teacher were very impressed. And lo and behold, I got a call, and they said, listen, we want you to come back. The teachers, the students, so they were captivated by your presentation. It was a simple presentation on life after school.
Right.
And it continued as I entered the police service. I understood the value of a proactive approach to crime prevention instead of reacting. And in 1990, after the coup, I generally saw the need more for it. So many young people were using guns. And even after the lecture, there was still a disconnect with the police and the youth. And I was introduced to the Police Youth Club through Sergeant Reed and Mr. Winston Cooper, Assistant Commissioner, who's the godfather of Police Youth Clubs. Right. And I've been sitting around so many good people that, I felt that the right way to go is working with young people from very early. And that's how the whole philosophy and the good news of the police service started.
What was the motivating factor in starting and being so passionate, involved with the Youth Club Center, though?
I think it's the response from the young people. And young people, they normally give you the impetus to continue. They encourage you. They say, officer, you came to my school and you did a lecture. And, I was really blown away. I want to thank you very much since you spoke to me. And that gives you the encouragement to move on from strength to strength. Sometimes you do a lecture and you have 500 children. You don't realize that you're planting seeds, you're transforming. And looking at crime, you have to arrest the way young people are thinking before you arrest them with guns. You see, if you don't arrest them with a think, then they will continue to see gun as God, as a second toy, unfortunately.
Mr. Sharbodie, what is the biggest need and priority at the Youth Club Center, and how people can help?
Well, the Police Youth Club has grown from 12 to about 113 youth clubs. However, some youth clubs operate with their own center and some operate in schools. I think funding, it is a major part of ensuring that your programs are consistent. Ballroom dancing, African dance, gemology, computer classes. Young people wouldn't mind having a lecture or 2 on the lawn or but the finer things is what draws them, what attracts them, this culture, dance, football. And then you could look at the holistic approach, how you speak, how you stand, out of an application form. Those are basic fundamental things that you can work with afterwards. I think funding and having corporate entity come on board in a big way to say, hey, this is good money spent because we're investing in our nation's youth.
What challenges on a job do you encounter, and how do you overcome them?
Well, I overcome them with charm and charisma. I think over I'm in this business 27 years, so that,
26.
it comes with a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of pain, a lot of errors, and by extension, understanding the environment you work in sometimes. And over a period of time, I've learned that people who was to buy into the police service is not as simple as saying, I would like to support the police club. So you invite them down to the center, let them see the culture, the environment, what you're doing. There's a greater impact there, right? And the public certainly has been bought whole soul with police clubs. I think it's an excellent thing. I think our challenge is more internal sometimes. I know that our commissioner of police is on board. He has given an undertaking to support the police club initiative, and I want to thank him very much. And I think there's a program he's about to launch called Street Talk. Instead of waiting, you go out and you talk to young people on the streets,
Right.
and chat with them and let them know that there is value to life and give them a sense of direction.
I'm just looking at your palm here. I mean, there's a project entitled Join a Club, Not a Gang.
Yes.
You want to just explain that for me?
Well, I have some good people around me. God has blessed me with Pastor Dutton, Clive Dutton. He's on our management board. Mr. James Divas from G4S. Ms. Gemma Jordan, a past teacher. A parent council body. And what we're looking at is that making the gang unsexy and not popularize it. And we feel that if we promote the club and the value of what the club has to offer, we tell you that by 18 you're dead once in a gang. But you're involved in a police club, any club, there's life, there's longevity, there's a possibility of getting into the world of work, getting into the army, the Coast Guard is a stepping stone. And we want to let young people know that we understand and we realize that they are trapped sometimes, but there's a way out. And the police club, My Lot, My Part, you name it, the excellent youth organizations doing wonderful work on the ground that are transforming young people.
So you just mentioned the commissioner, Gary Griffith. So which means, is he heavily involved in the youth club activities?
Oh yes, the commissioner recently launched the commissioners under something cup. St. James came second. It wasn't a good goal, but we take it. Right, our club came second in the league. He also had the commissioners' games. We did very well in Western Division. And he also had the commissioners' netball. The netballers are doing very well. So he's using sports as a vehicle in terms of ensuring our young people are occupied. And there's value to not just sports, but there's value to the discipline component. We have a motto that speaks to that good education makes you shine, but good discipline makes you glitter. And we feel that, yes, it is good to be educated, but it's equally important to our sense of discipline. Corporate TMT is saying, I don't want skill alone, I want them discipline as well. Good morning, good afternoon, excuse me. I think these are the things meet our agenda very early in the minds of the young people.
But do you see that in society happening though with young people today?
I think that we have very few examples. We're telling young people it's not good to use obscene, but we can sin. We're telling young people that they shouldn't lie, but we are dishonest. And the young people that are under my charge, they prefer examples. So save me the long talk, save me the lecture, I prefer examples. So if you're telling me and you're suggesting to me A is good, then let me see it in your lifestyle. And it is applaudable more when young people see the evidence of it and not just talking.
Does the Police Youth Club engage with various NGOs and how?
Oh yes, in order to survive, we have to network and partner. We have to network. It is an integral part of sustaining and ensuring that young people go from strength to strength. The Sierra Lebanese Women's Club has been very good to the club. G4S, as I mentioned before, Royal Bank of Canada has been very kind to the club. We took part in the marathon. And there are so many different organizations that have, whether in small or in kind, have said, listen, I know that you're doing excellent work and we would like to assist.
Are you also in panel with the U.S. Embassy as well? Because
yes, we are very good friends with the U.S. Embassy. In fact, U.S. Embassy has been very instrumental in refurbishing our center, and I want to invite you down at our center on Syrian Road, where we have a 16-piece steel orchestra, we have computer classes, we have Moko Jumbies, African dance, we have a male and female support group. We have launched our Men as Mentors program, where we are bringing fathers back on board to work. We are not in the business of choosing whether mommy or daddy is right, but we are seeking the interests of the children. So it's imperative that we maximize the use. We would like to get a larger building, of course, but I just want to salute the US Embassy. They've been very good to us in terms of even allowing the children to benefit from some of the international youth exchange programs.
That's good. Does the youth club go to various schools?
We do. I'm invited to do lectures, and once I'm given the time, we'll do a skit. I believe that skit is an excellent forum to reach young people. So we do a lot of skit. Our band members will do a few songs, so that the children will see the benefits of being involved in the club.
What about the community? Does the business community get involved as well with final contributions and stuff like that?
We would like more help. No, we would certainly like more help. As we speak, we really want more assistance. And take for instance, we have a 16-piece steel orchestra. It's almost $5,000 just to blend and tune pans. You follow? And to maintain it, to maintain your computer. While it's good to allow people to do pro bono work, I think people should also be saluted for who do excellent volunteer. I think we haven't spent much time talking about the value of those who volunteer their service. If I am a CEO in charge of a company and I'm going to promote somebody to management level, I would ask them, give me the name of an organization that you volunteer time, which will be part of your promotion, so that you follow, that everybody would understand that in your communities or anywhere, it is good to volunteer and offer your services to the nation's youth and not just criticize them.
I see you also have a project called Project Excel.
Oh, Project Excel started many years in 1996, and it was teaching kids to excel without using drugs. We feel that you can excel in anything you do. There's no need to smoke, there's no need to drink. You know, you do it naturally. And we show excellence in some of our own athletes. So Arthur Bolden, a number of different athletes came on board, and they were very instrumental in doing some PSAs, saying, excel like me. And it is good that when our sportsmen come back and make a contribution towards youth and saying, you can excel in spite of your shortcomings.
Okay. You can just tell us a bit more of the drug-free program that you have for parents?
Oh yes, well, your prevention program is educating and ensuring that parents are informed. Some parents don't even have knowledge of what a marijuana plant looks like. They say, that's not a tomato plant. I say, Mom, that is a marijuana plant. They don't know the distinction between the male and the female. They don't know what these new pills, the molly pills look like. So that is educating parents to police your home. See what your children are doing. Check their book bag. Check their friends. You see, the first police officer in a child's life is not me. It's the parent. And I'm not talking police in the sense of arresting, but monitoring and ensuring that your kids have proper friends and the space that you provide for them at home is a space, is a friendly space, a space where you can embrace them. You know, it's not that we take off the phone, rest it down, and let's have a human discussion and say, how was your day? You don't have that again in your house. I'm seeing parents taking the children to come downstairs to have breakfast. I mean, it's good to go all the way upstairs and shout. But before you need to build some walls and say, let's take off the phone for a little while. Let's chat. Let's go around the savannah. Let's drink some coconut water. You know, people
spend more time.
Yes, quality time. I think young people are crying out for that.
Yes.
All these gangs, young people having sex, that is just on the surface. Young people are saying, I need help. I need love. I need somebody to speak to me. Look at this unfortunate situation with the young man that killed his family because he was under too much pressure. He should have been in a support group. The aunt, uncle, the extended family should have been there supporting him, and giving, that kind of moral and financial and spiritual part of Trinidad is also dying. You're seeing more, and it's just not crime. You're seeing the type of crime. It is sheer evil.
Yeah, that's true. Mr. Sharbodie, how do you, balance being a police officer, spending hours at the center with these children?
Well, I do it through the wisdom and the good grace of God and a good family. I think that God normally gives, when you get a calling, He don't set you up. If God called you to do a project or you have a task ahead, you must believe by faith. And therefore you must be mindful that your private time is important because you have your family, and by extension, you cannot balance. Once upon a time in my youth, I was going 24, and I end up in the hospital, and the doctor said, listen, you need to be of some value to yourself. You need to take it on a little bit, balance it out. And after the doctor spoke to me, I realized that, listen, it is always good to take some time and do some introspect and recuperate. And you can do that through when you have good people as well who can pass on the battle, or to ask them if they could hold the fort for you while you step back. And so I'm thankful for there's so many people that I've been surrounding myself with, and by extension applying good wisdom, as you would speak.
What is your daily motto you live by?
I live by pressure makes you precious. It's only true, you can only rise above pressure. And when there's something called constructive pressure, of course, you know that. And through that pressure, sometimes you're about to give up, and then boom, you're about to say, listen, enough is enough. And then, this divine intervention comes in. And I'm grateful that 90% of my success story is because of God. God has done a lot in terms of, it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with relying on Him and His wisdom. You can read how much books, do how much studies you want. It takes wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to deal with our nation's youth now. It's a different type of generation. When I started in the early 90s, to now, I could tell you that young people have more issues.
Yeah, we see a rise in gang activities and stuff like that. What do you think can be put in place?
We can call fathers to, let me go back a little bit. When the Commissioner of Police and his special, and you see units going in and trying to clean up and the toxic, when that happens, then you must now flood the communities with projects and programs. You can't leave a vessel empty for too long.
Right.
It comes back again. So you need to flood the communities with programs and projects, and in order so that young people would now go and say, listen, they have a loyalty to pick back up and continue with the other gangs left out. We need to flood them very early, understanding the needs of the community. I think that gangs are not the problem, guns are not the problem. I think we have to understand that our service is the problem. We are too slow in our delivery service to the youth. So while I may take 3 months to get a pool table to outfit my youth club center, the gunman doing so, say a whole lot. You follow? There is too much of red tape, too much of bureaucracy to get simple things done, a uniform, a program to start. It is too much. We had a vacation camp. And our vacation camp, we had to rely on the good services of the private sector and some fund from the parents. And if it wasn't for that, the children would have been looking at me and saying, so you just like the rest of them. You're making promises. So it's important that we understand that when we stand before young people, we're not only inspiring them, but we must be honest with them. I'm going to take them to one level, to the next level.
Community policing, why is it not introduced? Because after Gibbs, it just died.
Actually, community policing is still very much alive. It's just that it has become like a secret.
Yeah.
And it needs to be promoted more, marketed more. In every division and section, there are community police officers. So if you go Southern Division, you'll find community police officers there. Western Division, you have Sergeant White. You have the community policing secretariat. at Riverside Plaza will be able to share with you these different, but
You don't really hear about them, though.
and
It's
it
just
is
very
sad.
silent.
It is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sad that the negative news is more focused instead of the good news, and we have to look at redefining that good news that the community policing along with other stakeholders and they are doing excellent work. It just needs to be marketed and promoted.
Wow. I mean, in terms of the gangs in the country, the high level of crime, Mr. Sharbodie, I mean, when you open a newspaper every day, you're seeing one that, I mean, I'm looking at a body found in a barrel. How do you feel when, you see these stories nonstop, nothing is like...
It reminds you the amount of work you have to do still. So instead of, you see, when you count death every day, then you magnify it. But if you see, you read the papers, I'll take for instance the papers, when you look at the first 4 pages, you only see negative news, who died, who died.
Yep.
But you don't see a balance of the good work that is being done. And it is very unfortunate when you hear articles of a man 30 charged for murder. It tells you how psychotic and sick that people are. And people are passing on that to our nation's youth too. And then violence is now packaged and placed like a bow. It is a hip thing to do. Long time when you're going to rob a man, it is okay. But you have to make your name now. You have to make sure and kill him. And that is now the new, unfortunate, demonic culture that our young people are being forced to accept as a lifestyle. I mean, to be very careful.
A rank? Is it a rank?
It is go beyond rank. Do you know that there are songs that promote Rasta City? There are songs that promote the different gang sets, so that the music, the way you walk, the way you stand, the way you talk, it is a whole package. Your hairstyle. In my club, well, children are now my care. Most of them had the appetite for gangs. And when they're walking with certain colors, I said, do you know the meaning of that color? No, sir. I said, so you are wearing something. I don't understand the meaning of it. No, sir. I said, come sit down. And after I would sit with them and educate them that they're putting themselves at risk just by wearing these colors, they say, sir, I'm grateful. And unfortunately, you wouldn't have the time to share with everybody. But there has to be an education drive in alerting young people that they're not only your friends, but the very dress code and your composition, your body language, your kinetics speaks volumes. I mean, they'll teach our young men to be gentlemen. I mean, they teach our young girls to be women once again. We introduced ballroom dance in our club. And a young lady was asked to have a set. So I said, you need to go across and ask the young lady for a set. And young lady turned to the young man from the club and said, a set of where's? So I had to remind them, I said, when a gentleman asks you for a set, it's a dance.
Right.
And wherever he take you, he should retain you there. You follow? Those grace has gone. You go in a maxi taxi, good morning everybody, people watching you like you. I'm on my way to PSA, I'm locking the vehicle. An elderly gentleman is passing me. I said, morning, sir. And he said, this man want to rob me or what? People they're not sharing good platitudes and they're not graceful and kind. We need to go back there and really revisit some of those things that we have left and calling ourselves 21st century parenting. It's not working.
What are some of the courses, you offer at the Youth Club for the children? Do they get involved like in anger management, conflict resolution and stuff like that?
Well, we do not impose activities on the children. We would sit with them and ask them what are some of the activities that they would like so that they'll participate in a better way. So, for instance, we have an IT lab. You shut down the computer room, you're in problems. So IT is big. So we have Sachiko, and I want to thank Sachiko very much, and Ms. Clark from Serval. Then excellent work during the summer. They ran some basic computer classes. They took them to play some golf, a new atmosphere and environment. They're holding a stick for once, and it wasn't to hit anybody, but it was hittable. Right? We have a homework club. realize that literacy is paramount. Teaching children to read, to spell, learning tables, all those are fundamentals, giving them a room where they can sit and each other train. We feel that youth can empower youth.
Yes.
So young people who are doing very well come one afternoon and work with those who are struggling. And there you have much more success there. We have culinary arts.
Nice.
So instead of saying children cannot cook, okay, shut up, teach them to cook.
Yes, yes.
You follow?
Yeah.
And we must, instead of crying them down, we must put systems in place. Right? And I would like to appeal to assistants in the area of kitchen utensils and food so that our culinary arts can go from strength to strength. Right? We also have African, as I said, ballroom dancing. We have pan. We have football down at the police academy. We do swimming ever so often at YMCA. So we try our best to make sure that these activities, young people, they are the beneficiary of it, and they learn long term that they can benefit from it as they enter the world of work.
When I advertised that you were coming on the program, a lot of people started giving me their testimony about Mr. Sharbodie. Growing up, Mr. Sharbodie will do this, Mr. Sharbodie will put you in a corner. When you go out to all these schools and stuff, how do you interact? How does the kids interact with you?
Oh, well, I don't know. The kids want signature, the one, working with young people, I have no, sometimes you have some regrets.
Yes.
I have no regrets. I think that it is a wonderful opportunity as a police officer to be warned of your, they say, listen, these children are not easy. Every time you finish with them, the principal are taken aback. They can't believe your presentation, how they try to receive you. So, Jason Williams is a past member of our police club.
Okay.
Jam Melody, he's also a past member of the police club. So there's so much young people you have touched, and so many young people, your interest is saving them. I saw a movie once with a soldier who chose not to hold a gun. And the movie went on to show that he was actually saving lives. And every life that he pulled, he turned to God and he said, God, one more please. There's one more. And that is how you go about trying to save one child at a time, one family at a time.
What would you feel is your greatest accomplishment thus far?
My greatest accomplishment is when I took members to Brooklyn, New York, and we took part in the Drums of Thunder competition. And there were international drum groups, and we came first.
That's nice.
I still remember it like today. We agreed that we were just going here to learn and to be a part of a greater global village and to learn new food. And when I heard that St. James Police Club, African drummers first place, and I saw the young people, and coming back to Trinidad, the appetite will open and young people realize that, listen, the area that they box me in is not there's a greater world out there that I can see, I can visit, and once I'm in the police club, or any constructive youth group, I can blossom and benefit from a greater world, and also prepare myself to be a good father and to be a good mother, medium term and long term.
Mr. Sharbodie, you've been in this business for 27 years, correct?
Yeah.
What do you do for relaxation and stuff like that? When does Mr. Sharbodie get his time?
Well, many months ago, I used to run plenty. Many months ago, you see me running, just I got damaged badly. I took the main road and I ended up in one of these manhole, and it wasn't very helpful. So I try doing something a little more sober in terms of a little more brisk walking. I find myself occupied with a lot of constructive movies that will help me, give me, not just the insight, but the vision on what other people are doing, because you have internet and you have Facebook and you have so much things you can tap in. People talk about Facebook as in there's so much of beautiful things that I see every day on Facebook. And it all depends on the individual, A person that is ugly, you understand what he will do with that phone. But a person who wants to learn and benefit, that phone will be of value to him. So I try educating and keeping myself occupied and not and center myself around positive people, because if you don't center yourself around,
That's
you have
true.
problems.
That's true. How would you describe yourself?
I'm very passionate. Very few people can tell me by wasting time. You know, I'm a goer. I would make sure and get this thing done. You know, there's a lot of stickability in. I'm very persistent, but I can also draw from people who have gone traveled before. So I would make a phone call, and I will try and get wisdom. I say, listen, I want to do this, so that there are good people that you have 8 persons that you have on your list that you're going to call and seek counsel. I do that from time to time and get that advice. So I think that there's much more I can do. But if somebody gives you a pirogue with 2 persons in a net and you're bringing in good fish, and you say, hey, give me a bigger vessel. Give me some more workers. You don't see what's going on. I'm bringing in good fish. Look, can I get a larger vessel, please? So while I'm grateful for the pirogue and for the few workers, I would like to explore and expand the type of youth work and make it at a national level.
I just wanted to ask another question in terms of who do you look up to, your biggest influence?
Oh, my biggest influence was my deceased mom. God rest, my mother was the queen. My mother worked hard. I used to get licks inside, licks in case of, licks pending, licks because of, and I got cut. My mother would give me licks in case I do something wrong. I love my mother dearly. I love my brother too. Was a soldier. He was my mentor. And I'm thankful. I didn't understand it when your parents died. I found it was unfair. It was so, but I understood that after the demise of my mom and then my brother, it was a preparation for a greater calling. At that time, you want to run, you want to be a 14-year-old, but then understanding responsibility knock on my door at the age of 14, I never regretted. I would love to have my mother around still. Like, thank God for my mom and what she has passed on, and her love and going, doing 3-4 jobs. I just salute my mom. She has been absolutely a more than a mother to me.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for all her memories and for all she has passed on. And I think that is important as men become fathers and become husbands, that they need to appreciate that the first woman in their life is their mother. And that love needs to transcend that onto others.
That's true. But as you mentioned that, though, do you see men, interacting and treating their women,
Unfortunately, we our men has lost a lot of points. We need to go back to being gentlemen.
Yeah.
The movie and the songs and the image, the 21st century man is no longer respectful. You don't open a door again. You don't take out the dinner. Those qualities are lost. Now, I'm saying that men yesterday, I salute men who go out there and take care and do good work and really work hard and make sure that square meals are being placed. But we need to start very early, because I'm seeing young men, as I speak, have no respect for girls, and the girls don't mind. Now that is much more staggering, because it's one thing to tell young men be respectful to the opposite sex, but when the girl says, "So what's wrong with you?" They don't mind being talked down to, so there has to be a whole empowerment program.
Yes.
Not only for young men, but also for young girls. As we speak, there are young girls who are 14 years already being told in certain communities that the gangster and the gang leader is theirs. She's already pointed. See that one there? Mommy, you see your daughter? You're 14-year-old. and she
It's
accepts that. So we have to rescue girls from knowing that you're not nobody's property.
Yeah.
They can contact me at 632-6084, or I can be contacted on my cell 296-1218. And they can go up on our Facebook. And
You
my
also have a
assistant
website.
leader is Officer Nicholas Singh. And once 10 o'clock, you'll be able to access our line. And in the absence of that, we welcome you. We invite you down to the center so you can come and get first hand on what the building and what we're doing.
Right.
There's a package. And of course, you'll be able to sit and meet with me and discuss what are some of the activities that your child can certainly benefit from.
Okay. I just wanted to ask one more question. Do you all get support from the government, though, with the center?
Well, the Commissioner of Police is now the CEO
No.
of the police service. So he has allocated funds for police clubs. And as we speak, all our utility bills are being taken care of. So in terms of phone,
Right.
light, that kind of stuff. But the actual administrative, I've just wrote OJT, because among the work that we're doing, we need office staff. I've also looked into the question of getting more people to come on board to work with some of the young people on an individual, because I think there's more impact. Instead of a classroom setting, there's more impact when you work with them on a one-on-one basis.
And Mr. Sharbodie, I want to thank you so much for coming here and taking this interview with us. I know it was long pending.
Yeah,
If you can just leave a few comments for the youths out there who's tuned in this morning.
Yeah, but I just want to tell young people that life is a gift. It's a beautiful thing. It should not be for sale. And therefore, God did not bring you into the world to be a gunman, a gangster, or to die at 18. God has a greater value for you. He has purpose. There is a talent that you haven't started to tap into yet. And once you find yourself in the right place and set yourself in the right club or among people, right people, you'll see all things possible. I want to invite you to our police club or any police club throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Get involved. If you're not inclined, then there's the cadets, there's the Sea Scouts. Get involved in a constructive club, and you will certainly move on from strength. Parents, I want to tell the parents that love your children, love them unconditionally. Tough love is also paramount. It's okay to say no. Sit with them, explain to them what they're doing wrong, visit their school unannounced. You don't have to go making any announcement. They're coming to school Friday. That is not smart. Go visit the school, but also spend quality time with them. And also ensure that the computer and all those gadgets are open for inspection ever so often. And there must be a family discussion around when it should be off and when it should be on. And build strong, good relationship. Fathers, hug your boys. Tell them that you love them. Also hug your girls as well. And let them know that love is the only way our country can blossom and move on from strength to strength.
Thank you so much. That was really nice. So I want to thank Mr. Derrick Sharbodie here for coming on the PSA TV with us this morning. It was really nice, and we're going to have our platform open for you as well, and I will come to that event.
I look forward to that.
So I want to thank all our viewers and listeners out there who've been tuned in here with us here at the PSA TV. This is Eye on Labor segment. You can catch me on Friday for a live interview where I join with the union leaders to discuss the arrest and the detain of Mr. Watson Duke here. So stay tuned for that and more. We have come to the end of the program. See you guys tomorrow.